Assalamualaikum guys, welcome back to my channel after a long time. So let's get straight towards the main topic. So our today's video is based on web hosting. So actually, what is web hosting? Let me tell you guys that what is web hosting, like how it works for you, how you can use, and for which purpose you guys can use this. So a web hosting service is a type of internet hosting service that hosts websites for clients, which is it offers the facilities required for them to create and maintain a site and makes it accessible on the World Wide Web. Companies providing web hosting services are sometimes called web host, and which things it requires. Web hosting requires the one or more servers to act as the host. For the sites, servers may be physical or virtual. Colocation for the servers, providing physical space, electricity, and internet connectivity. Domain name system, configuration to define names for the sites and point them to the hosting servers. A web servers running on the host for each site hosted on the server, space on the server to hold the files, site-specific configuration, a database, software and credentials allowing the client to access these, enabling them to create, configure and modify the site, email connectivity allowing the host and site to send email to the client. And let me tell you guys about the history of web hosting. Until 1991, the internet was restricted used only for research and education in the sciences and engineering, and was used for email, telnet, FTP and Usenet traffic, with only a tiny number of web pages. The World Wide Web protocols had only just been written, and not until the end of 1993 would there be graphical web browser for Mac or Windows computers. Even after there was some opening up of internet access, the situation was confused until 1995. To host a website on the internet, an individual or company would need their own computer or service, as not all companies had the budget or expertise to do this. Web hosting services began to offer to host users' websites on their own servers, without the client needing to own the necessary infrastructure required to operate the website. The owners of the websites, also called webmasters, would be able to create a website that would be hosted on the web hosting services server and published to the web by the web hosting service. As the number of users on the World Wide Web grew, the pressure of companies, both large and small companies, to have an online presence grew. By 1995, companies such as GeoCities, AngelFire, and Tripod were offering free hosting for the customers or clients. So what are the classifications of web hosting? Smaller hosting services. The most basic is web page and small scale file hosting, where files can be uploaded via file transfer protocol, which is called FTP, or a web interface. The files are usually delivered to the web as is or with minimal processing. Many internet services providers offer the service free to subscribers. Individuals and organizations may also obtain web page hosting from alternative service providers. Free web hosting service is offered by different companies with limited services, sometimes supported by advertisement and often limited when compared to paid hosting. Single page hosting is generally sufficient for personal web pages. Personal website hosting is typically free for you guys. Advertisement sponsored or inexpensive. Business website hosting often has a higher expense depending upon the size and type of the site. Larger hosting services. Many large companies that are not internet service providers need to be permanently connected to the web to send emails, files to other sites. The company may use the computer as a website host to provide details of their goods and services and facilities for online orders. A complex site calls for a more comprehensive package that provides database support and application development platforms. These facilities allow customers to write or install scripts for applications like forums and content management. Also, secure sockets layer is typically used for websites that wish to keep the data transmitted more secure. So what are actually the types of hosting? Internet hosting services can run web servers and shared web hosting service, reseller web hosting, virtual dedicated hosting server, managed hosting server, colocation web hosting service, cloud hosting, clustered hosting, grid hosting, home server. These are actually the main types of web hosting. Just jump to the conclusion. What is the host management and what you guys just obtain from hosting? The host may also provide an interface or control panel for managing the server and installing scripts, as well as other modules and service applications like email. A web server that does not use a control panel for managing the host account is often referred to as a headless server. Some hosts specialize in certain software or services, example commerce blogs. You guys can check out that. So what do you guys actually obtain from the hosting? Web hosting is often provided as part of general internet access plan from internet service providers. There are also many free and paid providers offering web hosting. Customer needs to evaluate the requirements of the application to choose what kind of hosting to use. Such considerations include database server software, scripting software, and operating system. Most hosting providers provide Linux-based web hosting, which offers a wide range of different software. A typical configuration for a Linux server is the LAMP platform. So the web hosting client may want to have other services such as email for their business domain, databases, or multimedia services. A customer may also choose Windows as the hosting platform. The customer still can choose from Perl, PHP, Python, and Ruby, but the customer may also use ASP.NET or ASP Classic. Web hosting packages often include a web content management system, so the end user does not have to worry about the more technical aspects. So actually, what is a web content management system? A web content management system is a software content management system especially for web content. It provides website authoring, collaboration, and administration tools that help users with a little of knowledge of web programming languages or anything related to the web. So what about the security of web hosting? Because web hosting services host websites belonging to the customers, online security is an important concern. Crossing my fingers right now. Online security is an important concern. Repeat that. When a customer agrees to use a web hosting service, they are relinquishing control of a security of their site to the company that is hosting the site. The level of security that web hosting service offers is extremely important to a prospective customer and can be a major consideration when considering which provider a customer may choose. Web hosting servers can be attacked by malicious users in different ways, including uploading malware or malicious code onto a hosted website. These attacks may be done for different reasons, including stealing credit card data, launching a distributed denial or service attack, or spamming. You guys can check out the overview. What are the concepts of website management, overselling, web document, web content lifecycle, web hosting service, web server, webmaster, website governance, web hosting control panels, top level domain registries, domain name managers and registries, web content management system. It is all secure. So these was the information related to the web hosting, for what purpose it is used, how it works for you. So hope you guys knowledged a lot. Thank you so much. That's it for this video. See you in the next video. Allah Hafiz everyone.